The B-side in boxing.
B-side shit.
B-side.
B-side.
And the B-side.
You got a B-side.
The B-side.
B-side.
B-side. B-side.
That B-side thing.
This is the B-Sides Boxing Podcast.
Hello, welcome to Review Block B. I'm going to be covering the Golden Boy card, the JoJo Diaz fiasco, as well as a ProBox event, Top Rank event, and Matchroom event. All happened at the same time, because boxing's gonna boxing. Fucking terrible. All right, enjoy. Wow. JoJo Diaz. Holy boobies. That was was not good. Let's go from the bottom up here. Sasha Tudor related to the co-main. Whatever. Joshua Garcia gets a stoppage in one. And that's really it. That's worth mentioning. Tudor looked pretty mid, unfortunately. Anyway. Jesus Perez. 24-5. Comes in. He's rated 379, on BoxRec. He picks up the split decision to rated 31st Joseph Diaz. It's a 10-round 140 fight. Round 5, Diaz gets deducted a point for this really unfair, super biased referee docks a point from him because Diaz threw Perez out of the ring. It's bullshit.
He launched him out.
He seriously pushed him pretty hard. Jokes aside, he legit, the ref called a stop. They had stopped. The ref was walking over to split them up because they were all tangled up. And before the ref gets there, Diaz legitimately pushes Perez through the ropes, almost out of the ring. It's a pretty egregious. Yeah, not good. Diaz is done, I think, just completely.
I was gonna say, I think we're finally rid of JoJo.
Yeah, finally.
I think he should have been done 4 fights ago. But...
Yes. It's been a long time coming. The writing's been on the wall. I wonder if Golden Boy brought in Perez knowing that he was pretty tough. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
So there was some fun in the boxing Discord, the non-comrade one, where somebody had scored it 6-4 for Diaz, but because of the point deduction, it would be 95-94. One of the judges also had that same score. Another judge had it 96-94 for Perez, so 6-4, no big deal. Another guy had it 9 rounds to 1, 99-90 with the point deduction. What is that? Was there a possibility of scoring it that way, 9-1?
I don't know. I wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have either, and I was really rooting for the downfall of JoJo. I can't believe I just said that. Joseph Diaz. Fuck that. That's the dumbest fucking shit. But 9-1. I think this was a case of what was that fight on our last one? One scored it a sweep, the other one scored it a draw. And the rationale here, I think, was fuck JoJo Diaz and your stupid ass nickname. 9 rounds to 1. Eat shit. Please don't ever fight again. Minus the please.
They're not wrong.
Yes.
But you should be more impartial as a judge.
At least try to be. Maybe make it 7-3. I don't know. But there you go. That was the downfall of Joseph Diaz. He said in his post-fight, maybe I should leave and go somewhere.
Nobody disagreed.
I should go find somewhere where I'll be treated the way I deserved, to summarize or paraphrase. Good one. All right. You let me know how that goes. I think Tevin Farmer's R&B Promotions is...
Yeah, listen, maybe he could write a book also.
Esteemed author Joseph Diaz. Okay, ProBox. Because it was Valentine's Day on Wednesday, ProBox moved their event to Friday. So Wednesday Night Fights was on Friday. There were some pretty serious stoppages on there. If you would like to check it out, they're free on YouTube. I recommend it. Oh, if nothing else, the ring card girls will make it worth your time. So there you go. Take that. Do with that information what you will. Moving on to the top ranked card in New York at the theater at MSG. Shaki Foster defends his title against Abraham Nova. Looking up Guido Vianello stopping Moses Johnson. That was kind of sad to watch. Moses was not there mentally in some way. Probably, I think, might have been brought in on short notice because he just tried to tie up every other punch, and Guido was getting more and more frustrated and started pushing him around and fouling, or throwing rabbit punches and stuff to try to, I don't know, do something. And after Moses gets stopped, he's slumped on the floor. They get him up, and then he just starts crying on the floor as he's sitting up. And I'm like, man, I don't know what it is, but something's got to be up with you. I hope you get the help you need. Yuri Cedeno stops Antonio Todd. Delonte Johnson stops Paolo Galdino. Bruce Carrington. This was one of the this is one of Top Rank's, I guess, one of the prospects they're trying to hype up. 10-0 featherweight. He stops Bernard Torres in the fourth. This was a pretty nasty knockout. Definitely worth checking out. And these guys were rated 45 and 46 by BoxRec, if you want to take that as some kind of measurement. So it's not like he was pulling up. He didn't reach to page 8 to find an opponent. Once beaten.
I've seen Bruce Carrington fight before. I think I liked him.
Yeah, he's not bad.
I think he looks good.
Yeah, he looks good. This is the type of guy. As of right now, this is the type of guy, in my estimation, that should be getting the hype Keyshawn Davis is getting. And Keyshawn should be getting the Bruce Carrington level of promotion. Just based on their recent
Fair
performances.
Enough. Yeah.
Andres Cortez stops Brian Chevalier in 4. This one I didn't see. It was 2 rounds in. I was like, fuck this. I'm going to watch ProBox instead because it was really boring. But that was to my detriment, apparently, because the knockout was pretty fun. It's more of a beatdown that the ref stepped in on. Now, the main event. Shaki Foster, WBC Super Featherweight Champion, beats Abraham Nova by split decision. So the scores here: 115-112, 116-111 for Foster, and then 113-114 for Nova. The 114 comes from a knockdown that Nova had just as the fight was ending. There was just over a minute left in the 12th, and it was a fucking pick'em in my mind going into that. I think 2 of the judges felt the same way. 115, both 2 scored 115, 113 for either guy, and then minus the 1 point on Nova. So it was a very fun fight. Nova's golden beard turned red because he got a cut or something on his chin.
Oh yeah, I saw the pictures.
That's pretty funny.
I missed this fight.
The mascot, the Nova mascot, was great. Really funny. Always love seeing it. A guy dressed up as Abraham Nova.
Yeah. ridiculous.
There's a bit of a, like, do you enjoy smelling your own farts? Because that's what it looks like when you have this type of shit.
Oh no.
That's the level of, like, being self-absorbed.
Having a full mascot costume of yourself made is like ridiculous levels of self-promotion.
Yes, but it is also the same level of tongue-in-cheek, if it's being cheeky, type of shenanigans that I would get up to. So can't fault him too much for that. I guess it depends on how seriously he takes it, which I don't know. I can't tell.
Yeah.
Anyway, more importantly, another victory and defeat situation here. Abraham Nova very clearly was able to compete at the championship level. We had been saying that Oshaki Foster is one of the, like, of the 4 champions in super featherweight, that he was among the best. Well, let me fucking correct myself here really quick. I remember we talked about him as being a very good foil to the other champions if he can stick to his typical stick and move, use his reach kind of game plan against Cordina, Navarrete, maybe, depending on how well he can cut the ring. And Lamont Roach, I remember, I thought he was the weakest champion going into this, but after seeing what Nova was able to accomplish, I'm not sure Lamont Roach is the weakest champion anymore. If Nova could do what he did, Cordina and Nav I think they would beat him based on what we saw here.
Do you think it's that Foster was not taking it very seriously until he had to?
There was some element of that. I know he was talking about it. He said he had a difficult weight cut because of, he wasn't being the professional that he knew he should be. For whatever reason, he didn't expand on why. He just mentioned having, of many of other things, difficult weight cut and not having the best camp. I don't know how much I buy that, because, like, he had fought before Friday. He had fought not too long ago for a 12, and he was fighting to a 12-0 sweep until he stopped the guy in Mexico on a Matchroom card. Like, just stopped him in the 12th, and he was looking great. So I'm not sure what happened in that 4 months that got you looking like this. But if Abraham Nova's touching you up, bringing you to a close decision, Cordina probably edges you. Navarrete probably stops you. Lamont Roach hangs with you, possibly beats you. Just my estimations here.
Fair assessment.
Abraham Nova. I'm trying to remember who he got stopped by. It was a big deal. Robesi Ramirez fucking sparked him at 126. So that I think I feel I can safely say this is that was an aberration. Not what we can, maybe the weight cut was too much to 26, and that was his sign right there, because he moved up to 130 pretty much right afterwards.
Yeah. The weight drain really affects your chin. Like, if you're overdoing it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If you're too dehydrated, there's not enough water, your chin is fragile. Science proved it.
Okay. So, Supernova. Definitely want to see more. Before we discuss...
Did you actually forget yesterday's card?
Did I? What did I forget?
It's not on here.
I feel really dumb right now.
Mauricio Lara was the co-main.
Man, yes, I did. I'm an idiot.
No.
Okay.
It was a really good fight.
It was. Let me.
Not the Lara fight. I'm drawing a blank now because I'm put on the spot. The main event was really good. Curiel and
No. Non-Chinga.
not
Yeah.
Chinga. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
not Chinny.
we kept joking like no chingas.
That's what. Yeah.
That
That was a
that's
good
not-
scrap though.
It was.
That was a good
I
scrap.
can't. Why is it not here? Oh no.
Sorry, I didn't notice earlier.
It's not on Box Track. That's probably why. And we even talked about Lara a little bit ago. Damn it.
Mm.
I have it on the website though. Okay.
I ended up stuck at a bus stop waiting for like 40 minutes, and it just happened that it was during the main event. I watched the whole thing on my phone while I was waiting at the bus stop.
Okay. Moving. I don't have the results on all of them, but moving up to Lara versus Daniel Lugo. Rated
I'm
third.
disappointed in Lara.
I was too.
Very disappointed.
Very much so. I remember being unhappy with his performance. And they went to a draw, right?
Yeah.
Majority draw, I think it was.
Yeah, and I think the other judge had it a loss for Lara.
That would be the fair assessment. If you had to pick one or the other, it would have been Lara losing. So he came in rated third at a super feather, and he drops down to fifth. I feel like he should drop down further for some reason.
Yeah,
That was not good.
I was just really, really unimpressed.
Yep. So like he looked crappy in the Lee Wood rematch, weight cut, whatever. Okay, we'll give you your pass here. But there's no excuse for this. I'm completely disappointed, like a very disappointed dad. God damn it, Lara.
Yeah, and I always hype Lara up as being super fun to watch, and he just didn't bring it that fight. I don't know.
I didn't hear the post fight, so I don't know what he said as to why it was like that. But yeah, you should probably.
I didn't watch the interviews on that one either.
If that's what you're bringing to the table at 130, well, you should take your championship aspirations elsewhere. This ain't happening here.
Yeah.
I can't think of. I don't know if he's even competitive. Lamont Roach, he's very disciplined, as we saw in the Hector Garcia fight, and he's mobile, which that version of Mauricio Lara would not have success in catching.
No.
Maybe if Oshaki Foster returns to form, same thing. You don't have a fucking chance of catching up. Cordina, even if he stands and trades with you, which is inadvisable, but even if he did, that version of Lara probably doesn't take it, and Navarrete just buries you alive.
Yeah, I had always thought Navarrete versus him would be a hell of a fight,
Yep.
but not if that's what he looks like now.
Yeah, sad times.
What Lara looks like. I just disappointed, I think is the best description.
Yep, all your auntie and your uncles were disappointed in you, Mauricio.
Oh, not them.
Yeah. So there's that, and Adrian Curiel versus Shivanathi Nonchinga. I didn't see this one, to be fully.
You didn't see it?
No.
Oh, it was such a good fight.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
school me up.
Curiel was winning, like, pretty handily winning. There was a couple times where I was like, the ref could probably stop this. Nonchinga's just taking an ass kicking. And especially to the body, I don't know how he stayed up. And then I can't remember what round, but like round 7, I think, Nonchinga just pulled the Homer Simpson. Like, I'm just gonna let you punch me until you're tired, and then I'm gonna come back with one shot, and it was more than one. But he got that overhand right that Nachinga's famous for, and everything changed. It was crazy. I was on the side of the road at the bus stop watching, and I'm like trying not to freak out and scare all the Japanese people around me. Like, it was so good. You should really go watch it.
All right. Oh, this was on Friday, not Saturday. That's why I didn't see it. Okay, so Nonchinga got a point deducted in the 7th for headbutting, and Curiel was downed, caught by the ropes in the 10th, and that's where it was stopped.
Yeah, so Nachinga turned it around probably in the 8th then, I think. It did take a couple rounds of Curiel looking not so good, but...
All right, so this was 108. The IBF title at 108. What we have is at the top is Kenshiro Taraji. He's the unified champ, WBA, WBC. Canizales just gave him a hell of a fight, so there's another top player. I think champion. Trying to see.
I mean, this was fight number 2. This was the rematch,
yes.
And they've each taken one. I would definitely watch the third fight.
Didn't it go like in a kind of reversed order? Like Curiel was losing handily in the first one, and then Sparks Nonchinga at the end, and then
I think so, yeah. And
this one Nonchinga's losing handily, and then he pummels Curiel to a win.
Yeah, I would definitely watch the third fight, and in all honesty, that's the fight I want.
Yeah, that would be fun.
But
I mean, Kenshiro Taraji, I don't know. I have to see how this went to really say how they would fare against Taraji or Canizales.
Like, Nachinga, I have to say, his biggest advantage is just the amount of punishment he can soak up.
Yikes.
It's not a great look, but it's amazing just how much of an ass kicking he took until he fired out Curiel. Just like, I will be a heavy bag until you run out of stamina.
I'm trying to see who's the WBO titleist.
Did you not watch that one either, Drift?
I did not watch that one again. I missed it.
Ah, you guys missed out on the best fight of the weekend.
That's what it sounded like.
Rene Santiago. He's gonna be he's the co-main for a card in Puerto Rico next weekend. So, or 2 weeks from now, excuse me. So that's actually a good. It would be good to watch the Curiel Nonchinga in between that. Watch them both, I suppose, to have them both fresh to make an assessment. All right, so that's it for the recaps. Thank you, as always, for listening. Questions or comments, 833-LUX-PODS is the number. You can text or call anonymously. Either way, you can opt out anytime if you text, I mean. There you go for Review Block B. All that's left is Preview Block B at the end of the week. If you want to check out any of the other shit that we get up to here in the Lux Media family, go to lvxmedia.net and lvxmedia.net anywhere on social media. If you can't find it, we're not on it. So we'll see you later.